Have you ever wondered how vanilla beans grow? Hi gardeners, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's all about vanilla beans, so make sure you stick around with us. So when I started my journey in permaculture, one of the plants that I came across was vanilla panifloria. Now, when I started my gardening career, I had always thought in mind that vanilla beans were part of the legume family, hence the bean name. Little did I know they have nothing to do with the legume family. If not, they are actually a part of the orchid family. Now, when I got introduced into the vanilla panifloria vine, I was super confused because the vine looks nothing like an orchid. However, it does have lots of orchid characteristics. So in today's video, we'll be covering how you should grow it, how you should care for it, and what you should do when it comes to flowering season. So starting off, we're gonna go ahead and talk about how to grow them. So first things first is, since it's a vine, it requires a support system. In this case, the vanilla panifloria requires some type of support system that it could attach itself to. Just like any regular phalaenopsis orchid that you buy on the store that could attach itself to a tree, that's what you could do with the vanilla panifloria vine. Just like a regular orchid, they prefer to grow on live structure. So we're talking about fruit trees, any type of live structure, it prefers to attach itself to that. If you don't have a large tree that it could support itself onto, then I would recommend the next best thing, which is a type of fence, preferably wooden fence, as it could attach itself easier to that. Now, this is a plastic fence, and I was really surprised to see how it actually has attached itself to this, and it's been doing pretty good on this fence. So coming in number 2 is where you should plant it. They should be planted in partial sun area. So what I would recommend, under a live structure or under some shade, because they cannot withstand our full sun. They will literally fry if you plant it in direct sunlight. So mine is planted in dappled sunlight, which is best for the vanilla bean, because not only will it receive the amount of sunlight it requires to grow, but it's not getting burned by our Florida sun. Coming at number 3 is their maintenance. So when it comes to vanilla beans, I have never had an issue with disease or pests with it just yet. However, I would always recommend to stay vigilant, check the leaves, check the branches, make sure everything looks in order. If anything looks different, whether it be a slight color change or whether it be a disease brewing in it, I would identify it and treat it as soon as you see it, because then you can keep it maintained and control, and then you can go ahead and get rid of the disease or get rid of the issue that the plant is going through, so then your plant has time to rebound. So number 4 is trimming and maintenance. So when it comes down to the vanilla vine, they are very slow growers, as they are part of the orchid family. They tend to grow quicker than regular orchids. However, they still are at a slow pace. I usually use my mother plant to propagate and then sell the plants from this. So they are quick and easy propagated plants. You just cut off a branch underneath a leaf node and you are good to go. However, the vanilla vine does tend to get really big at some point. So if you want to keep it maintained, always feel free to go through and give it a little light trim, but don't go too harsh, as that could give a shock to the plant. Now, I could break the care guide down to 2 topics, which is watering and fertilizing. So like they are orchid plants, they love natural rainfall, especially since we're in rainy season here in Florida. It will get natural rainfall and it'll be living its best days. However, if we don't get rainfall, then I would recommend going through and just hosing the plant down, as the water will trickle down through the aerial roots and it will get watered through there. Second is their feeding. So since it's a plant that you eat from, I would recommend going in with some earthworm castings or earthworm casting teas at least once every 1 to 2 months, especially if your plant is new and kind of on the young side like mine. So that's what I would recommend. But once your vine is established and has some time underneath its belt, then go ahead and set back the watering to once every 3 to 4 months, or even once every season. But always go organic, as that's what's best for the vanilla bean. Now going to our final topic is about flowering. So my vanilla vine is only not even 2 years old yet, and it actually flowered for me. So this little nub right here was the flowers. However, I missed it, unfortunately, because we had a huge storm come through that day and it completely broke the flowers off. However, there's a new flowering bud setting up right above me. Now, something you should keep in mind is when it comes to vanilla beans, you have to hand pollinate them. You can't rely on them to self-pollinate themselves, because you will never get vanilla beans. The way to get vanilla beans is you have to go through, the second that flower opens up, you have to hand pollinate it. Now, I haven't hand pollinated mine just yet. I will make a video when I do so. However, there are some great gardeners out there and some great videos that give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to hand pollinate your vanilla bean, but that is a crucial step if you want to get vanilla beans, because practically speaking, you are eating the seeds of the vanilla. So in order for you to get that seed pod, which is the bean, you need to hand pollinate it. And unfortunately, vanilla beans only bloom once every year. So right now, this is my flowering season. It could differ depending on where you are, but usually they all tend to flower around this time of year. And so I would recommend having a vigilant eye on your plant. The second it opens those flowers, go through and hand pollinate it so you can get yourself some delicious vanilla beans. So leave me in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on the vanilla bean plant? Have you grown it? Have you harvested from it? And did you even know it was part of the orchid family? Make sure you leave a like underneath this video and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Thank you all so much for watching this video. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye everyone.